In the Gulf of Guinea, just a few dozen kilometres off the coast of West Africa, lies an island that most of the world has hardly ever heard of.
It's called Bioko, a volcanic island covered in dense tropical rainforest. It is part of the country of Equatorial Guinea.
At first glance, it may seem like just another African island, but Bioko is different.
It is here that some of the rarest animal species in all of West Africa still survive.
Our journey begins in the capital city of Malabo.
The city lies on the northern coast of Bioko Island, which covers roughly 2,000 square kilometers.
Malabo itself has around 200,000 inhabitants and for a long time served as the country's capital.
Equatorial Guinea is one of Africa's economically wealthiest countries thanks to oil production.
A large share of this wealth has been reflected mainly in state infrastructure and urban development. Just beyond the last street, the world begins to change completely.
The road starts to climb into the mountains. The asphalt slowly disappears, and we are surrounded by rainforest. And it is into this rainforest that we head.
But getting here is not easy. Movement outside the capital is regulated in Equatorial Guinea, and even leaving Malabo requires a special permit.
Along the roughly 60 kilometers heading south across the island, these permits are checked at several control points.
The rainforest on Bioko is among the most biologically rich places in all of West Africa.
Thanks to the island's isolation, many species have evolved here that exist nowhere else in the world.
This isolation has also helped preserve the wild nature of parts of the island to this day.
That is why biologists and photographers from around the world come here.
Our journey leads to the very south of the island, to one of its least accessible regions.
Until just a few years ago, the village of Ureka on the Atlantic coast was one of the most remote places on Bioko.
Reaching it meant a multi-day trek along the edge of a vast caldera, a demanding journey through jungle that kept the village isolated from the rest of the world for decades.
This changed about 10 years ago when a road was built through the rainforest for planned mineral extraction. Paradoxically, instead of development, it brought an exodus of people.
From more than 100 inhabitants, only around 10 remain in Ureka today. The younger generation left in search of work and an easier life elsewhere, and the village is slowly disappearing.
For generations, this region has been home to the Booby people, the original inhabitants of Bioko. Their culture is closely tied to the rainforest, the ocean, and the rhythms of nature, preserving traditions that have vanished elsewhere.
For centuries, they lived in isolated communities, and this separation helped preserve their language, customs, and deep connection to the surrounding landscape.
One of these traditions is a unique ritual: drinking salty seawater. Locals believe it has a cleansing and disinfecting effect, preparing the body for the journey into the wild and symbolically protecting against illness and the unseen forces of the rainforest.
The road ends at the village, and from here we continue on foot. Everything we need, we must carry with us.
Alongside us is a team of about 15 porters, carrying our entire world for the next 10 days on their backs.
Food, water filters, tools, cooking equipment, tents and shelters.
Every step here requires planning, and every day depends on what you can carry.
The Atlantic coastline meets dense rainforest here. Sandy beaches give way to black volcanic rock, and the cliffs take on countless forms.
Along the way, we cross several rivers. Sometimes the water reaches only our ankles. at other times up to our waists. And the current, as well as freshwater stingrays, forces us to take each step with maximum caution.
We pass waterfalls cascading from vegetation-covered cliffs almost directly into the ocean. Water flows from all directions, creating places where we can pause and regain strength before continuing.
Flooded sections of the coastline, impassable at high tide, must be bypassed through dense, sometimes nearly impenetrable rainforest.
One of the highlights is exploring a flooded cave filled with bats, where water from the Atlantic flows inside.
In the darkness, the sound of the ocean blends with the voices of thousands of bats that have made this place their refuge.
What at first appears to be untouched nature also has its darker side.
Every day, the ocean washes up new amounts of plastic waste from other countries, from shipping routes, and from the coasts of West Africa. Locals occasionally try to clean the beaches, but it is a never-ending battle. What is cleared away returns within a single day.
Much of the waste does not remain on the shore. Wind and tides gradually carry it deep into the rainforest, where it becomes trapped among roots and vegetation.
At the last river, the current is so strong that the porters struggle to keep our equipment from being swept away. Only here do we understand why they carry a paddleboard and why they previously stretched a rope across the river.
After a full day's trek, we arrive at the site of a former poachers' camp and set up a temporary base on the Atlantic shore.
These are places that even today are visited by very few people. Our goal is to find local wildlife, which is far from easy. The tropical rainforest is dense, humid, and full of sounds that reveal life hidden deep within the jungle.
But if you pause for a moment, the forest begins to speak.
This is where the realm of one of Africa's rarest and most remarkable primates begins. The drill. Powerful monkeys related to baboons and close relatives of the better-known mandrill.
At first glance, they appear to be dominant animals of the forest. In reality, they are among the least-known primates in Africa.
We came to Bioko together with British primatologist and anthropologist Professor Jo Setchell from Durham University, who has devoted her life to studying mandrills. Thanks to her, we gain deeper insight into the lives of these endangered primates.
I am passionate about primates, particularly in Central Africa, and I've been working on mandrills for many years, nearly 30 years now. So I wanted to come to Equatorial Guinea to see drills and compare their behavior with mandrills.
Drills are unlike any other primates. The most striking feature is their pronounced sexual dimorphism. Males and females look clearly different.
Males grow to impressive sizes, weighing up to 50 kilograms, making them among the strongest primates in Africa. Their coloration is striking. A vivid face and colorful rump serve as clear signals of status within the group.
Females and young males are significantly smaller, with much less contrasting coloration.
Drills live in groups and spend most of their time on the ground, searching for fruit, seeds, or insects. One of their favorite foods is figs, fruits that ripen year-round and provide a reliable energy source in an otherwise unpredictable rainforest environment.
We were watching them eat these figs, clearly a huge amount of fruit this year, and the males were really fat. They looked glorious, in perfect health and very well fed.
The global population of drills numbers only a few thousand individuals, surviving in isolated rainforests of West Africa. Their greatest threats are hunting and habitat loss.
We leave the Atlantic coast and head into the heart of the Luba caldera. Ahead of us is a several-hour climb from sea level to the rim of an ancient volcano and down into its overgrown interior.
This vast volcanic crater, formed thousands of years ago after the collapse of a former volcano, has a diameter of about 5 kilometers, and its rims rise more than 2,200 meters above sea level.
It is a closed world, isolated, difficult to access, and largely untouched. This isolation makes it one of the most biologically valuable places on Bioko.
The path leads through dense rainforest, without trails or clear landmarks. Our direction is guided only by the porters at the front, who leave subtle marks on trees.
The journey into the caldera is slow and physically demanding, and distance matters less than terrain. Here, you don't measure kilometres, you measure time and energy.
Every step means climbing, slippery slopes, roots, and wet mud. This part of the island is the rainiest place in all of Africa.
As quickly as the rain begins, the sun reappears. The weather changes constantly, and there is no choice but to adapt to nearly 100% humidity.
Inside the caldera, a unique microclimate forms. A closed rainforest ecosystem. Gran Caldera de Luba functions as an island within an island.
A world where nature evolves at its own pace, and parts of it remain almost unexplored to this day.
After 9 hours of demanding hiking, we finally reach our destination. A place visited by only a handful of people, where we must once again build our base.
Our guide on the island is Justin, an American filmmaker and biologist who has lived on Bioko on and off for more than 15 years and knows the island inside out. Several years ago, he made a compelling documentary about the island and its flora and fauna.
He returns here regularly and has spent long weeks conducting research for both governmental and non-governmental organizations.
Right now, we're inside the scientific reserve of the Caldera de Luba. This is an ancient volcano crater, and inside these walls, we can find 11 species of primates. They're not easy to find, but 7 of which you can find during the day. They're monkeys, and 4 are galagos, or bush babies.
We spend our days in the caldera exploring the jungle and searching for its animal inhabitants. Some we glimpse only briefly, barely enough for a single photograph.
We spot, for example, the critically endangered Pennant's colobus or red-nosed monkeys, which quickly disappear into the treetops.
At other times, however, the forest gives us more. A group of black colobus monkeys allows us to observe them for over an hour, giving us a rare chance to witness their natural behavior.
These black monkeys, which appear almost noseless, do not flee or hide from us. They simply go about their day, moving calmly through the trees, plucking leaves, and feeding without haste.
After 10 days away from civilization, we say goodbye to the rainforest and begin our journey back to the capital.
The 2-day return is just as demanding as the journey in. Climbing, descending, river crossings, and endless kilometers through dense vegetation.
And even though we know we are returning to the world of people, we are not entirely sure we are looking forward to it.
The rainforest has a way of capturing you. It slows you down, teaches you to perceive time differently. and leaving it is not as easy as it might seem.
Bioko is an island of contrasts between untouched nature and a world that is placing increasing pressure on it. Every step, every decision made here today shapes its future.
And it is in places like this that we most clearly realize how important it is to maintain that balance.
As an umbrella species, we hope that by protecting the drills, we can protect all other 10 species of primates and their environment.